A very warm welcome to KCTV English News. I'm Hyung Shim. The interim presentation on the basic plan of Jeju's new airport was held at Seongsan Gymnasium on the 24th. It was organized by the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport. Researchers involved in the project reevaluated that the flight demands will increase up to 41 million passengers by 2055. They concluded that the originally planned location for the runway is the most optimal choice out of the 6 alternatives. The analysis took various factors into consideration, such as noise, environmental impact, and migration of local residents that may be caused by the construction project. A group of people picketed, sparking arguments with the many advocates that participated at the event. Controversy is stirring over the ordinance amendment practically banning local casinos from relocation. Councillor Lee Sang-bong from the Democratic Party pushed forward with an ordinance amendment in order to regulate changes of casino licenses on January 28 this year. The amendment bill stipulates that a casino business can be relocated only when places of business are under heavy repairs, rebuilt, or demolished. The Provincial Council's Culture, Tourism and Sports Committee held an open forum at the Provincial Council chambers on the 23rd to discuss the ordinance and the issue of casinos expanding after license acquisition. Parties in favor of the ordinance amendment, including Councillor Lee Sang-bong, argued that the province must tightly restrict casinos relocating after license acquisition. The Korea Casino Association and other opponents stated that the amendment is an overregulation as the casinos in Jeju are small compared to those overseas. They also stressed the role local casinos play in expanding tourism infrastructure of the island. A mass of native algae, Sargassum horneri, was found near Jeju shores for the first time this year. The inedible algae invade the local shores every year and trouble port facilities and ships sailing. The National Fisheries Research and Development Institute reported that about 10 lumps of sargassums per hectare were found in eastern shores of the island last weekend. The size of the clusters ranges from 1 to 5 meters in diameter. The satellite data confirmed a belt of sargassums in the southern and northern waters of the island. An influx of the algae into the island's shores is expected to continue. Representatives of local fishing communities are expected to receive limited coverage for activity expenses from the National Federation of Fisheries Cooperatives, also known as SUHYOP. Democratic Party of Korea lawmaker Oh Young-hoon pushed to revise the Fisheries Cooperatives Act. The revision bill will order SUHYOP to offer limited funds to the representatives of the local fishing communities to cover expenses for activities such as managing fishing grounds, cleaning beaches, and compiling statistics of fishery products. The same attempts to revise the act was made 2 years ago, but it was thwarted by the Legislative Office. The provincial government, the Jeju Bus Company Association, and Korea Transport Safety Authority will inspect local public buses for a month starting April 29th. 880 buses, including regular transit buses, express and limousine buses, are subject to checkup. Officials will focus on examining whether the parts are operating normally and fire extinguishers are furnished in the vehicles. Transit companies will be levied when found violating safety standards. The provincial government is cracking down on illegal practices in Hallasan National Park. People cooking, smoking, or trespassing unauthorized trails will be fined up to 500,000 won. Officials will strengthen surveillance on areas such as Yeongsil and 99 Valleys, where shaman rituals are frequently held. Approximately 200 violations of the Natural Park Act in Hallasan National Park have been reported from last year. The Provincial Council has finally passed a motion which allows the Jeju Provincial Development Corporation to invest in Industry 4.0. This investment will trigger building an environment in Jeju conducive to the Fourth Industrial Revolution. However, the process delayed when a high-ranking official from the Provincial Council was in the hot seat for his improper words. Mike Balfour reports.
The Environment and City Committee of the Provincial Council is tasked with examining the motion that allows the Jeju Provincial Development Corporation to fund Fourth Industry. The Provincial Council delayed the passage of the motion last month, which caused a backlash from startup companies. Therefore, this time, insiders expected easy passage of the motion. But the committee's discussion flew in an unexpected direction because of words made by Mr. No Hui-sop, the director of the Future Strategy Bureau of the provincial government.
이 회의 결정돼서 상당히 무시하는 듯한 그런 발언을 하고 말면은 또 당최 못해 먹겠나 이런 글까지 올렸으면 사표를 쓰던가 이 사표 쓸 각오로 이런 글을 올린 거 아니에요?
Right after the delay of the motion last month, the director, responsible for investment in fourth industry, criticized and put down the council on his social networking site. Councillors demanded an apology from the governor, saying No's words are improper.
위원장님 직권으로 상정 보류를 했으면 좋겠습니다. 그래서 차후에 책임 있는 답변을 위해서 지사 등 행정부지사가 출석을 한 이후에 다뤘으면 하겠습니다.
Eventually, Director No apologized for his utterance.
여러 가지로 제가 부족해서 무리를 일으킨 점에 대해서 정말 사과드리고요. 잘못했습니다. 앞으로 이런 일 없도록 하겠습니다.
The angry councillors adjourned the committee meeting without examining the bill.
문제점들이 상당히 많다고 사료가 되어집니다. 그래서 우리 의원님들이 논의를 한 결과 의사일정 제4항과 관련돼서는 질의를 하지 않도록 이렇게.
Despite the delay, the committee again tabled the motion for debate and passed it in the afternoon session on the same day. After tempestuous rounds of debate, the motion allowing the province's public corporation to fund fourth industry has finally been passed. Mike Balfour, KCTV.
Taking a look at our weather, skies will be mostly clear throughout the day, but the night skies will become very cloudy. We expect rainfall over the mountains and the northern parts of the island. For more details, here's your forecast. The morning low in Jeju City will be 15 and the afternoon high will be 19 degrees. Down south in Seogwipo, we'll also have a low of 15 in the morning and a peak at a high of 20 in the afternoon. Over in Seongsan, the temperatures will be a low of 13, warming up to 20 degrees. Across the island in Kosan, we expect a low of 13 and a high of 19 degrees. And up on the mountain at Songtanak, we'll hit a low of 11, topping off at 18 degrees. Out on the water, we expect winds out of the west and northwest at a speed of 7 to 11 meters per second, with seas between 1 and 1.5 meters. And here's a look at the extended forecast. That brings us to the end of today's newscast. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, you can find us on YouTube at KCTV News Jeju. 시청해주신 여러분 고맙습니다.